Hey guys, this is Just Incredible, and you're watching Pro Wrestling 101. I get asked all the time, and I figured it'd be a great episode for this show. How do you put together a character? I mean, what do I do? How do I get a name? How do I decide if I'm going to be heel or babyface? What do I wear? And, what I always was told, and I didn't get, unfortunately in my day, back in the 90s and stuff, you really didn't get to choose who you were. I mean, I've obviously, traditionally, when you're first starting out in the business, promoters usually make you a babyface. And the reason they make you a babyface is technically it is supposed to be the easier of the styles, because heels generally are the ones that control the match. They're the ones that call it out there. They're the ones that set the pace. So in this day and age with, promoters really, everything kind of being thrown out the window and it being kind of the Wild West out there in the independent scene, it's up to you, and it's kind of up to how you want to market yourself. Obviously, when I got handed the Aldo Montoya thing, a lot of people think that, it was a curse and it was this horrible gimmick and the jock strap and all that. But, being under a mask when you first get your break in the business is probably the biggest blessing you could have, because first of all, you're not showing anybody your face, and you could take that off anytime, and you can make as many mistakes as you can. And believe me, you're going to make a lot of them, and you're still, when you're ready to take that mask off, it's your opportunity, and it's almost like a second coming, a second breath of life into who you are as a performer. So if, a little bit of advice, if you're looking for a character and you're kind of stuck, try a mask gimmick at first, especially for your first couple of months, especially if you're wrestling in a territory where you want to make it in the future. Now, let's talk about a character you want to stick with. Let's talk about something you want to take for your career or for a very long time. Bottom line is, what we do is theater. It's physical theater. But you can only act so far. What I was always taught is be yourself. And quite honestly, some of the biggest and most successful characters in the history of our business are just offshoots and our personalities cranked up to 11. And, it really is about being who you are and being true to yourself as much as possible in the context of sports entertainment and professional wrestling. And what I mean by that, too, is something like Jeff Hardy. I mean, that is Jeff Hardy 24/7. The dress, the attitude, the hair, the tattoos. I mean, Jeff does that 24/7. If you have a certain style, you listen to a certain type of music, play that up. If there's something you're into, go with it. If there's something you feel passionate about, a direction in life you're ready to take, go with that. Incorporate that into who you are, and it'll be easier to pull through that emotion in the ring, because in this day and age, more than any other time in pro wrestling, we're being asked more and more, and the fans could see when something isn't authentic. They could see and read through all the phonies and all the guys out there phoning it in. I mean, Just Incredible is not Pete Polacco, but let me tell you, Just Incredible is a lot closer to Pete Polacco than anybody realizes. It's just a Pete Polacco that I could never be in real life, and it's real simple. It allows me room to breathe and to experiment with things and to really create. And guys, when you're doing this, put a lot of thought into it, because if you're just going to go out there and say, hey, I'm going to be a babyface, I'm going to get this cool little name, and I'm going to be, just one of those high spot guys, that's going to get you, only so far. And go out there, put time into it, put thought into it, and develop your character. It's your responsibility in the independent scene to develop your character, your reputation, and how seriously you're going to be taken by the fans, by promotions, and by the internet sites and publications. I'm Just Incredible, and that's Pro Wrestling 101.